Hi, everyone. I'm Amy Davies, the founder and CEO of First 30. And today I am joined by just an exceptional person and someone I really like and admire, Ron Tite. Ron, why don't you tell everyone a little bit more about who you are and what you do?
Well, thank you for those lovely words, Amy. Hi, everybody. Hi, it's Ron. I'm the founder and chief creative officer of Church+State, an agency in Toronto, and an author author of 2 books, The Most Latest Thing to Say, and a speaker and father.
And a great speaker. I've seen you speak many times, and you are just so on point, and so you make everything so easy to understand, but you're also so funny. Let's face it.
Oh, thank you.
No pressure, though.
For this whole time, I won't be funny, and people were like, I don't know, I don't see it. I don't see it at all.
So you have a great idea to share with us about the work in HR.
Yeah, I mean, I think, we've talked a little bit about it, that and it's what I'm seeing from a marketing perspective. So it kind of requires a little bit of a background that HR may not be privy to some of these, kind of the new world of marketing, where marketing is going. And where marketing is going is that, marketing used to be a powerful message. Marketing was really about crafting, or at least, the advertising side of marketing was really about crafting powerful messages and, sharing those messages in a really unique and clever and creative way to drive people into store to purchase products. And, over time, as the nature of media has just exploded to the point there's zillions of different channels and ways of communicating with people, but not just that, but the number of products has grown exponentially. That, there used to be 2 toothpastes, and now there's, 400 toothpastes and 2 credit cards. Now there's 5 million credit cards, and all those require messaging. And so it's getting increasingly difficult to kind of cut through the noise. And, people can use data, and they can use insights, and they can, use story and a million different ways of connecting with people. And the reality is most consumers, A, don't know where to look, and B, don't know who to trust. Mm-hmm. And so where does that left brands and marketers? Where it's left is that the most powerful message or the most powerful marketing now is when somebody is promised something through messaging, and when they hit that frontline employee, and that frontline employee delivers on the brand. So that there are rational expectations on a brand, there are emotional expectations on a brand, and there you expect a brand to deliver on a certain set of values. And you've probably heard me say before, I shouldn't read your values, I should experience your values.
Yes. Yeah.
And I experience your values through my interactions with every single human being that I come in contact with who represents your brand, be it a frontline grocery store cashier, a person who works in finance, a person I meet at a party who works in HR. And that's where really powerful brands emerge from the clutter, is by having complete organizational alignment of what people understand, what the organization fundamentally believes in, and people who align their action to support and reinforce that belief and talk about the brand in a consistent way. Now, if that is the most powerful marketing message, to me, what that says is the recruitment of those people, the training of those people, the articulation of the values and the beliefs and the purpose over and over and over again becomes most important. And that the internal campaign, internal communications of what the organization fundamentally believes in, behaves, and talks about should precede the external campaign, and that those two should be completely aligned. And so when you end up walking down that road, then you end up with a place which is, well, then shouldn't marketing be a part of HR? If the people who are delivering this message are so important, shouldn't they report into HR? Or shouldn't HR report into marketing? If marketing is driving the strategic messaging of beliefs and actions, then isn't HR just the people recruiting the people who can deliver on that and training the people to deliver on that? Isn't that what that is? And it's so weird world.
Yeah, and so sorry to interrupt, but it's so important what you're saying, because where my mind is going is companies are just having such a hard time recruiting people, and we're facing a labor shortage right now. So if you have your messaging tight and your job ads are like actual ads instead of a list of responsibilities that someone is going to have, and all these sort of, it almost feels like negative sometimes when you look at job ads. So I can see marketing playing such a huge role in the composition of job ads.
Yeah. I mean, for most people, so you may disagree, your audience may disagree, but I think, most people, what fulfilling employment is it's not a foosball table. It's not a, bar cart Thursday afternoons. It is, I fundamentally understand what this place stands for and believes in. And I see that I personally have a valued and clear role in bringing that to life. That's it.
And I'm going to be treated kindly, when I get there.
Yeah. They value my role, so therefore they value me as a human. Yeah, totally. And that's it.
You and I were talking earlier about this is such a huge opportunity for HR, and the internal communications is one that's always been really interesting, because what I find working with HR teams is many of them don't have a way to sequence emails and send those out to the entire organization. And I think, wow, there's so much that needs to be communicated through the department. How is it possible? And why do you have one person sort of doing it email by email by email when you could have a whole campaign? You do it once, you click go, and off it goes. And that's something that marketing people are absolute experts at, and something that your business works with every day, right? Setting up you do so much more than that, but that is also something that your organization can support.
Yeah, it's weird that we're getting more and more without even asking for it or try. We're getting, because we have this very strategic and operational. We have an operating system approach to marketing, which is think, do, say, which is what articulating what we believe, articulating the actions that will reinforce that, and then how do we talk about it? And people have been coming to us saying, "Can you apply that thinking inside our organization first?" Yeah. And so we're doing a ton of internal communications work. Because we're bringing that marketing lens, like you just talked about the email approach. Isn't it sad that the marketing department can tell us when precisely to share a Facebook message and when the wear out is and all that, but HR internal comms can't tell us the most effective time to send an all staff email.
Yeah.
And we know how algorithms of external platforms work, but we don't know how they work inside our own organizations.
Well, one thing that I think needs to happen with HR, and again, like you, some people might disagree with me, is payroll is a huge albatross for the HR department.
Get rid of it.
Yeah. Move it to finance, move it somewhere else. It's just, it takes up so much time and energy and understanding of different platforms and technology. There's so much margin for error. If we moved that out of HR, wouldn't we be so much better off? Because then HR could focus on all of these great things that you're talking about more.
100%. It's not an HR function. It is a finance function. I totally agree with that.
Yeah. Well, listen, thank you very much. Where can people who are tuning in get a hold of you? Or
I live Midtown Toronto. Oh, not you mean?
Perfect.
Oh, like,
I'll be over shortly.
So you can go to rontite.com. You can go to church.state.com, or just whatever platform you're on. It's typically /rontite, whatever.
And you do such a great job on LinkedIn. You're on there all the time, and your posts are really engaging, and you have such great comments on everything that you respond to as well. So you're definitely worth following on LinkedIn. And I just wanted to say, First 30, we are so big, we're all about first impressions. And before you and I started this session, we were talking about the very first time you and I met. You were doing some work for Granger where I was working at the time, and you were pitching us, and you won the business, of course. And you were singing, you kind of serenaded us all the way to the boardroom, which always stuck with me. So that first impression was excellent. And it was also a lot of fun and
Yeah,
ties
I wish I
so
could remember the
nicely to who you
song.
are.
I
I
wish
know.
I could
We'll
remember the song.
try. Maybe we can ask a few other people that were
We
there.
won
They'll
the
probably
pitch.
think
We
it
won the
won
pitch.
the
So maybe
pitch.
it
It
was,
was,
we are the champions or something
yeah.
like that. I have no idea.
Maybe. Listen, Ron, it was so great to see you. And thanks again. I'm sure there's going to be so many people who find this incredibly valuable.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Amy. And thanks for watching, everybody.
See you later.